Hi guys, this is Comic Book Junkie with the Weekly Loot. I'm here with Anthony, and we're going to be doing a collection video today. This is actually my own personal collection. I guess we'll start over here with my systems. Got the old, that's PS2 controller, but got an old Nintendo. Pretty simple, right? Also got my old Super Nintendo from when I was a kid. As you can see, the discoloration. Mostly from where my parents smoked. But I also got me a backup. As you can see, the big difference in color. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but big difference in the color. But got me a backup because Super Nintendo was probably one of my favorite generations of gaming. I also got an N64 over here. Also down here, got my PS2 and my Fight Stick. And it's also some extra games, but we'll get there in a minute. I figured it'd be good to start off probably with the oldest, so we're going to go with my NES collection. It's also probably my smallest collection, but I mean, back in the day I loved this. And right here is probably one of my favorite games from back in the day, Double Dragon 2, the original side-scrolling beat-em-up. As bad as I hate to say it, I never actually beat this game. I've tried as a kid. It never happened. That's one of the reasons why I bought it, but I've never actually sat down and played it. I just kind of collected it. But, you know, I'm going to beat it soon. Right here, guys, this is Ghosts and Goblins from Capcom. This is a game I literally saw at a little store down in Tazewell, Tennessee called Reset Games, and I always heard really good reviews about it, so I picked it up pretty cheap. And I have to say it actually is pretty challenging. It's a lot of fun. After I beat it, I definitely would like to try Super Ghosts and Goblins for Super Nintendo. If you never played it, you play as Arthur. He's also in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I mean, no, not 2, no, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But it's pretty fun, especially how they cross them over into that game, considering how the gameplay is with this. Don't really know what to say about it besides, I mean, it's pretty generic, old type game. You run around, you throw spears, holy water, all that good stuff. Now, oh, this one. Now, this was a game that as a kid tormented me. I tried several times as a kid to beat this game. It wasn't until I was actually an adult and rebought this game that I've actually beat it. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. I mean, this isn't really a gem to most people, but to me it is, just because nostalgia value. Really quick, because I mean, we have a lot to get through. This game will always stand out to me. One, for the sewer jump that I could not figure out until I was an adult, where you just tap the jump button instead of hold it. And also, the very last level, the Hallway of Death. You'll see a lot of speedrunners get there, and how they do it, I have no idea. I literally got to the point I was sacrificing turtles just to get through there and trying to save Donatello for the end. Which is, the hallway was harder than Shredder at the end, to be quite honest. And here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. This game was really awesome. This was something you went to the arcade and wasted a bunch of quarters playing, normally with a buddy or whatever. Also, it pretty much was what the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games became after this, until like probably Xbox and PlayStation and stuff like that. Mostly side-scrolling beat-em-ups. A lot of fun, but pretty simple. Not really too much to it. But I mean, that was pretty much the fun of these old games, is just sit down, play, and go. No 30-minute tutorial, no 40-minute tutorial. And yeah, which I have to say, I really haven't played this one much. I played Turtles in Time, which we'll get there eventually, way more than this one. And right here, pinball. It's the best game you got. Probably the best game I got. But no, for real. Once again, a real simple game, a lot of fun, you know. Not really too much to say about it. Oh, now here we go. Now this is a game. Batman. If you guys have listened to any of our podcasts, you probably know my fanboyism for Batman. He can't lose because he's Batman. This game puts that to the test because it will make you lose, even if you are Batman. It took my friend Keith coming over to show me exactly how to play this game and beat it. It's really only like 6 stages. It's not that long at all. It is very challenging, but I mean, it's pretty rewarding considering how old it is and whatnot. Honestly, I really like this. There hasn't really ever been a Batman game I dislike except for probably Batman Forever on the Super Nintendo, where the Mortal Kombat guys got a hold of it and just made it god awful. But, you know, this is a good pickup. And right here, this was a good one. Wizards and Warriors. I have to be honest, I picked this one up just to try it out because my friend told me that he had a lot of fun as a kid playing it, and I can totally get it. However, it really didn't hold my attention that long. I mostly just got it just to collect it, which is, I feel horrible to say because I'm one of those gamers, like, if I buy a game, I feel like I have to beat it. But I got this for $3. I've sat around and played it for probably about 30 minutes or so. You know, it'd be good on a rainy day or so. But I'm just saving it for one of those days when, you know, I just have nothing else to do. And here we go. This cart, when I actually show it to you, I'm not sure if you can see how dirty it is. But I've had this since I was probably 2 years old. This was my first video game ever. Super Mario and Duck Hunt. I no longer have the light gun. At least when it works. But, you know, I'm not even sure if this one works. I mean, it definitely needs cleaned. But, you know, I've held on to it for so long. You know, it was my first video game ever. Just to give you guys one more look at that. It's not exactly rare, but, you know.
It's fun.
It's priceless to me. Airwolf, the hit TV series, based on the hit TV series.
Never even heard of the TV series.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if you guys can really see this. I still have the booklet. That's the reason why it's in the case. As you can see. I'm going to be real honest. I really have no idea what this game is like. I probably played it a lot as a little kid. Given that it's in a case, I probably really enjoyed it. But being as that was forever ago, I really retain no memory of this game. But I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably pretty fun. Because it's made by Acclaim. And it's not JYN or whatever. JIN.
LJN?
LJN, yeah. It's not LJN. But it's Acclaim. Normally they put out pretty good things. Now right here is a must-own for anybody who enjoys playing their old regular Nintendo. Rad Racer. You drive around and race other people and try to win. Good luck. Not much to say about that.
Sounds like every racing game ever made.
Yeah. I'm not a big racing game fan, so it is what it is. Now this next one I'm about to show, I think it holds a special place for anybody that has a Nintendo, or any Nintendo genre. You have to own at least one version of this game series. And I'm going to break it out. The Legend of Zelda. I have to say, this game, back in the day, it was pretty cool, but as a kid, it frustrated me because I had no clue on what I was doing, where to go. I just knew you went in the cave, got a sword, and you wandered around. As an adult, I finally beat it, but that was mostly thanks to online walkthroughs. I would at least get them to point me in the right direction. It's just, I mean, it set the, you know, the pace for what was to come. It basically showed you what Nintendo was about, and I think that pretty much covers every Zelda game there is, to be quite honest. And to finish it up, Final Fantasy 1. This is interesting to me because even on the back it says this game pack contains batteries. It may be damaged, but if the game pack is removed or inserted with the power on, it may be damaged if it's ever inserted or removed with power on. Yeah, most people know this. The power switch is turned on rapidly on and off. The interesting thing, the reason why this has a battery pack is because it lets you save the game. And pretty much if it dies, you ain't never saving the game. Gonna be quite honest, never beat this one. Played it for a little bit and just, did not know what I was doing. Good old cryptic old video games.
Alright, sounds like me in every Final Fantasy game.
Alright.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter for the NES. This came out when Sega and Super Nintendo were going at it, and all three systems got a version of this game. However, not many copies were made for the regular Nintendo version. Can you get a good view of that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is one of the few times I'm actually going to open the case, that you guys can see. Right there. It's very clean. Labels intact. Screws, carts, very clean. There's a little damage at the top of the label, but still very hard to find game. Definitely worth putting in a case.
Well, guys, we're going to move on a little bit here. We're going to move on to the Super Nintendo genre. We're going to start out with a few of these. Give him over here to, we call him the Hands. Alright, breaking it out first. Super Street Fighter 2. Everybody loves Street Fighter. If you've played a Street Fighter, you've played every Street Fighter, at least up until Street Fighter 3 with the supers and stuff, but still, everybody knows Street Fighter. Really loved this as a kid. This is a game that me and my dad would play. My favorite fighter, and pretty much has stayed my favorite fighter, it came in this game, and that's Fei Wong, or whatever, the Bruce Lee ripoff. Mostly because he was always my character. I could beat any Ryu clone. Because everybody knows if you play online on any Street Fighter now, it's always people love Ryu and Ken and all that good stuff. Which I haven't played the new Street Fighter, but I can just assume. But Fei Wong is always my favorite, mostly because I'm a big Bruce Lee fan as well. But definitely worth getting if you can ever find it. Super Street Fighter 2. Now, this next one is Wario's Woods. Most people probably wouldn't think too much about it, but this is actually a really addictive game. You will sit down and play this game and not realize that you have just wasted about an entire day matching colors and destroying colors. It's a lot like Tetris. I guess it's Mario's version of Tetris. You can pretty much take it there. Different things. Sometimes you have to do stuff at angles, up and down. Get 3 in a row, put a bomb on them, watch them explode. You get diamonds. It's a very, very simple game, but it gets complicated. It has a few different modes. I have literally played this game so much, even after years of not playing it. I've thrown it in, and after like 10 minutes, I'm right back at it, just trying to, blow up little ghosts and mushrooms and stuff. This game will always have a special place with me because I love it so much.
We did do a Let's Play of that too.
Oh yeah, we may actually. I don't know if you've heard him, but we actually may be doing a Let's Play of that sometime, just because I love it so much. Now this game was hard for me to beat as a kid. Mostly because I'm not showing it yet, just because I'm really trying to find the words to describe this. It is frustrating because if you lose, you get 3 guys, and if you lose one, you might not be able to complete the stage. The Lost Vikings. You're 3 Vikings that get abducted by aliens, and you're just trying to get home. I don't know what else to really say about that. It had an interesting way of playing it. I really wish that you could play it 2. I think you could play it 2 players, but I never had anybody to really play this one with, so I can't really remember. I just remember playing a lot by myself and getting extremely frustrated. So, but yeah, that's the Lost Vikings. Super Mario Kart. Who had a Super Nintendo and did not have this game? This was one of the funnest games you could have on Super Nintendo. You just drove around, your friend thinks he's about to win, you ping him with the red shell and take first place on that final lap. Screw somebody over with a lightning bolt, green shells, banana peels, always dirty little tricks you could pull off, shortcuts, This one was really fun. I have to say though, probably we're going to talk about it later, but the 64 version of this game was probably the one I enjoyed the most. But this one was definitely a lot of fun. And coming up next, everybody that had a Super Nintendo had this game. Super Mario World. Of course.
Did it not come with the Super Nintendo?
I think it came with most Super Nintendos.
Yeah, because my uncle had the same game. He had
Yeah.
a Super Nintendo. That was like the only game he had.
So this game isn't rare. Like, I would not classify this as rare. Sometimes I'm really shocked at the prices I see on this game. But I mean, this was a cool game. This was this is first Yoshi introduction. Like the first time you got to ride Yoshi. I remember popping it out of the thing and just being like, "Ha ha! I'm gonna eat everything." Had a lot of fun with this one. I beat this game several times. You had the Star Road, which was a lot of fun. Hidden levels. You had all those little things. You found the little red level. You knew there was an alternate path. I really don't know how else to describe this because Super Mario was always fun. Of course, it's Nintendo's go-to character game. Pretty much, there's so many Mario games. Now next, this one's true. Tiny Toons, Buster Bust Loose. This game, standard, platformer side, from the side scroll. You play as Buster, you go around, save another little Looney Tunes. Some of the boss battles were really fun. This is a pretty generic game, to be quite honest, though. I really enjoyed it because as a kid, I was big into Tiny Toons. But Konami, of course, Konami normally puts out pretty good games. This would be a good pickup. I really wouldn't pay that much for it. But if you can get your hands on it just to play it, a lot of fun. Alright, UN Squadron. This game, I'm not sure on its rarity, but I love this game. I still love this game. There is days I come home and I throw it in and I just play it. Side scroller, you get a plane, you shoot down other stuff, you earn points, upgrades, you get side weapons, tons and tons of fun. And it does get pretty challenging. If you plan on trying to beat this game, good luck. It is made by Capcom, and they did a really good job pretty much when this game came out. At least I think so anyways. Next up, Indiana Jones. This was a game that I really, really enjoyed. It takes you through Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. Now, saying this game is easy is a stretch. You will have a lot of fun playing this game, but you're probably going to die a couple of times. I can remember as a kid just trying to watch the movies to pick up little hints. That never helped, but still. Even the final boss fight, it's pretty cool. Like how the dude drinks the chalice and he turned into a skeleton and just died in the movie. And this one, he just goes batshit crazy and flies around the screen, and you just gotta fight him and kill him.
Hitting the best games now.
Oh, now we hitting the classics. The LJN game. True Lies. Well, I beat this game. As a kid, I never really paid attention to that little rainbow, but as an adult, I definitely noticed it, and I really hate to call this game shit because I enjoyed it, but it's pretty shitty. I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan, so calling it just shit is as far as my fandom will let me right now. It's a lot of, I thought it was a lot of fun, but it's a LJN game, so good luck. Boom! Another LJN! Terminator 2, like I said, a big Schwarzenegger fan. This one was the arcade game. This is, I wasted a lot of time playing this. Honestly, I feel like this game is rigged up to beat you, but did beat it. Which is funny I said that. But I don't know, this game, unless you're collecting or you like the shooting stuff, I mean, like, it just scrolls and you point the target and fire. I don't really know what to say about this game. My fandom will only let me say so much. And the biggest... Now, this game right here, before I shall reveal it, is an LJN game. And this game was probably the first game I ever truly raged at. And I got pretty much almost to the end, except I was almost to the end, and the fucking... You're on this map. You know what? I'm just going to show you the game. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Yeah, anybody that's played this game knows when you're in your vehicle and you're traveling on that damn map, it's hard to turn. It's hard to know where the hell you're going or anything. I literally had so much repetition on this game. I knew where I was going until the very end, and then I just got the shit kicked out of me by other cars and blown up. And when you finally die, that's it. There's no continues, no nothing. Go back to the fucking start. Fuck this game.
Since I'm angry now.
Yeah. Man, you don't play that game. Tell me you don't get angry.
I couldn't make past the first level.
Now, I will tell you guys this. This right here is fun. RoboCop versus Terminator. Pretty cool idea for a story. You know, like, don't really want to give away the spoilers. I mean, but given it's a Super Nintendo game, I mean, the story isn't that great. But, I mean, how can you go wrong with RoboCop versus Terminator? I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing this. I really wish that this had been an actual movie. Also, given the story, I forget certain details, but something's up with Cyberdyne and Skynet, and, you know, of course, RoboCop and the Terminators and whatnot. But it's so hard to really hate this game, but I would not rate it as one of the greatest. But definitely, if you're a fanboy of Terminator or RoboCop, grab it. This would be a fast one. Battleship. This, you can play classic Battleship with a little square grid, or you can go through, you know, battle of ships, and then you do a little side scroll thing where you fire at other ships. Pretty simple, a lot of fun, but not much else to say about it. Pretty cool game. I liked it. This game sucks. It's basically winter sports. It sucks. I don't know what else to tell you. This is something you play when you're extremely hammered drunk and you just grabbed a game. Now, this one's pretty cool. Vegas Stakes. Get the thrill of being at a casino without actually going to a casino. The goal is basically to win $1 million and you beat the game. You play poker, blackjack, all that stuff. It's just a casino game. There's a little bit of a story to it, but it's nothing spectacular. Definitely fun, you know, but nothing great. Well, this ain't gonna take much explaining. Monopoly. Monopoly.
That's it.
I mean, it saves you the time of breaking out the pieces, setting all that crap up. Alright, what we got here? Michael Andretti's IndyCar Challenge. I played this quite a bit as a kid. Pretty fun, but not much else to say about it. ESPN National Hockey Night. Play some hockey, fight, score some goals. Man, that's really, it's a sports game. Here you go. Super black bass fishing. Hard to say. Super black bass fishing. They actually had a regular Nintendo version of this game. Of course, this one's better. It's the super version. You can catch some monster bass in this game. This game is still fun even now. I love this game. However, some people may disagree with me, but I think this is probably one of the best fishing games ever made. And Street Fighter 2 Turbo, because this game got whored out a lot and it's still getting whored out. We're back. A dinosaur story. you play as the T-Rex, you go around and you finish stages. I mean, this game was really generic. It's just a basic platformer. I really liked it when I was a kid because I liked the movie. And King of Monsters. Yeah, baby. Huge Godzilla ripoff, but fun because you walked around, destroyed buildings, and fought each other to death. A lot of fun.
That's an awesome idea. I'll let you pick.
Here we go. Gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna save this one for last. Well, we ain't really last on my super games, but we're about out of this box. This right here, Primal Rage. I'll be honest, I was the red T-Rex all the time. You eat people, and you fight other monsters. Pretty simple, a lot of fun. Probably funner in the arcade, to be quite honest, but still, Primal Rage, pretty good classic. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about this game, but I mean, if you like the old fighters and you're into collecting Super Nintendo games, definitely a grab. And now, here's one that I tried to explain to people about and ask if they've ever played, and well, I get a lot of funny looks because not many people, I don't feel like many people, at least I know, have played this game. Total Carnage. You're two generic Rambo ripoffs, and you go around and shoot everything. A lot of fun, but you know, the bad guy will buy you for $1.
I actually thought that was Carnage from Spider-Man because I was just reading the top label.
Yeah.
That's why I was saving it for last.
No, that was actually I buy you for $1. It's one of the villains. He says that. Like, he's like, I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna win now. I'll buy you for $1. A Superboy. Super Game Boy. Super Game Boy. I have Wario Land in there right now. We probably will not go through my Game Boy collection. It's not really that impressive anyways, but I mean, I had all the generic Mario games. I had the Mortal Kombat. I had Donkey Kong Land. Stuff like that. But maybe for another time. But this right here, I mean, Super Game Boy. Let's play it on the TV. Now, this little puppy is one of my favorites. Very hard, very frustrating. Spawn, the video game. Todd McFarlane, thank you for Spawn, but screw you for this game. I will one day get you to sign this game. Coming up next, oh, here we go. This game, I still waste a lot of time playing. A lot of fun. Talked about it earlier a little bit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. If they made a remake of this game in 3D that I did not get to play, and I'm really upset that I've still not got to play it, but I will still play the shit out of this game. And if anybody ever asks me that they want to play this game, we will play this game. Now this one was a pretty good grab. Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. It even comes with the Japanese Mario, the Lost Levels. And I mean, what can you say about Mario that hasn't already been said, really? But, you know, pretty cool grab. And then, if you ever want to really annoy somebody, buy this game. Because not only will you enjoy it, they will hate it. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. I want to make sure I said that right. This game is pretty damn long. No joke. Like, when I say long, it's longer than most Mario games. It's cool. You go different levels. Each level you get a different colored Yoshi, and then eventually you recycle colors. But they all get Baby Mario and throw him. And, you know, the boss fights are really, really fun. But when Yoshi gets hit, Mario gets knocked off his back, and he gets in a bubble, and all he does is whine. And that's how you annoy somebody. Here we go. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This is at the point where Mortal Kombat, I feel like everybody was like, fuck it, make as many characters as possible and let them fight it out. I liked it. Hated Mintaro. Missed Goro and Kentaro. But Mintaro sucks. I hate that half-horse son of a bitch. Like, he is cheap. That is cheap. I'm just going to kick. But, you know, Mortal Kombat 3, this was definitely one of the Mortal Kombat games that you wanted to grab. Just because of the selection of characters. Now, keep talking about Mortal Kombat. We're going to be going down the ladder. Mortal Kombat 2. I'm pretty sure for this game, I broke down in a Toys R Us and was crying because I wanted it so bad. Probably my favorite Mortal Kombat, even today with the new ones. Mostly because, I mean, man, this was the one I wanted. This is the one I got really good at. Love Scorpion. The characters, you didn't have very many, but, you know, probably my favorite one. And then, of course, Mortal Kombat 1. This game, I mean, this was the beginning. This right here. Probably better on Sega. I really hate to say that.
Yeah.
Sega! But mostly because, you know, no blood. It looked like you were knocking sweat off of them in this one. Of course, everybody thought there was a blood code, and no. I don't even think there was one with the Game Genie. But, you know, still really fun, just no blood. So I'm going to say definitely the Sega won when it came to this game. But as you can see, I got it. And here we go. As you can tell, I really love fighting games. Killer Instinct. Black cartridge. Has Kilgore right on the front. And this one, you gotta love Cinder. A lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying that. But fuck you, Cinder is the man. And probably the greatest character in this game. Oh, fuck this game, man. Oh, man.
Can we put it back?
I almost don't even want to talk about this game because this game has pissed me off so hard before. Jurassic Park. If I remember right, there is a regular Nintendo version of this game, but once again, no saves, no continues, no. Well, yeah, you might get a continue. I'm not sure, but when everything runs out, go back to the start. No passwords, no save. You set your ass down. You play this game from beginning to end. You don't get a stop. Period. They had a really good idea with this game. Just give me a fucking save point. If you're going to play this game, play it on an emulator so you can at least save state. Because there's nothing worse than turning the corner and seeing a long hallway and be like, oh, cool. Oh shit, and see the screen shake and see a T-Rex come running at you and you have no fucking option of nothing to do. You're just like, well, fuck me. Here we go. Donkey Kong Country. Pretty fun. You play as the big ape himself. This is actually the only one where you get to play as Donkey Kong, which I thought was kind of funny. A lot of fun. Go fight K. Rool. You know, getting the lost levels. You know, this game had some depth to it. Definitely a get. I would definitely say if you're collecting Super Nintendo games, get this. And of course, we got Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm going to say exactly what I just said about the first one, except you don't get to play as Donkey Kong. You play as Dee Dee and Dixie. This one I probably played the most. I had a little mini guide to it, showed me how to get all the coins and stuff like that. But, you know, really had a lot of fun. Once again, you fight K. Rool and yada yada yada. It's a lot of fun. Just play it. And then we come to, I feel like people argue whether or not this game's good, but Donkey Kong Country 3, where once again one of the main characters is gone, which is Dee Dee. Now you're playing as Dixie and Kitty Kong.
Kitty Kong.
Yeah, Kitty Kong. He's basically a generic ripoff of Donkey Kong, but you know, I liked what they tried to do with this game, where you had a little more, like, you could wander around in the boat, you could go to caves and mini games and stuff. I wouldn't say this is a must grab, but if you like the Donkey Kong games and you just want more of it, go ahead and grab it. Pretty fun.
Here's Donkey Kong Country 4.
Now we got one of my favorite games. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I love this game. Never beat it. Never beat it. Like, I forget how many levels there are, but every level is like a spoof on some type of horror thing. And you play as a dude wearing 3D glasses or a chick in a baseball hat. And this is really fun to play with your friends and stuff, especially if you're drinking. I would say get this game. And I've never beat it, so just definitely get this game.
Let's play that one too.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Tournament Fighter. Love the Turtles. This game is fucking frustrating. I gotta be honest, I bought this game, it came with no manual, no nothing, so I really don't know the moves. I've had to look them up on Google. It is fun, it really is, but it is very, in my opinion, it's a very, very hard fighting game. Especially if you're not a not a hardcore fighting game fan. And Super Empire Strikes Back. This game, once again, this is misleading because it is kind of challenging. It's fun. You get your lightsaber, blasters, power-ups, all that good stuff, side-scroller. This reminds me a lot of the Indiana Jones game I talked about earlier, to be quite honest. Just, different skin. And then we got Return of the Jedi. Super Return of the Jedi, my bad. Pretty much have the same thing to say about it as I did the last one. But, big Star Wars nerd, had to grab it.
Here's the best.
And here we go. This, everybody talks a lot of crap about LJN, but they almost redeemed themselves with me when it came to this. Maximum Carnage. Play as Spider-Man for the first part of the game, then you get Venom, and then it gets fun. Side-scroller beat 'em up, pretty simple. It was cool that they made it in a red cartridge. The only other red cartridge I've ever seen is the Doom cartridge, which I've yet to pick up, but I'm definitely looking for it. Once again, at one of my favorite stores down in Tazewell, because they do have it, red cartridge, Doom. But Maximum Carnage, this was, even for an LJN game, this was really good. I love the power-ups, like Black Cat, Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger. That's a weird name. Yeah. Nobody talks about Cloak and Dagger. But they're in this game. You fight the doppelganger, which had to do with, was it Infinity Wars or the Infinity Gauntlet?
I don't even know.
Yeah, doppelganger has a weird origin. But, this was really fun. The boss fight's really fun, especially for a side-scroller beat 'em up. I've beat it one time, and I got real lucky.
We have a couple of gems I had hidden here. My Link to the Past, my Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG. Probably one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Along with Zelda Link to the Past. And I already talked about Zelda earlier. So anybody knows that Zelda is basically a definition for Nintendo.
Well, guys, that pretty much covers my Super Nintendo collection. Alright. Oh, these two games I have put up. Mega Man X and Castlevania 4. Mega Man X, really fun. Pretty standard Mega Man games. There's so many of these, I don't really know what to say. Because if you played one Mega Man game, you probably played them all. However, this one was really fun. You get the super armor and all that other good stuff. Now, Castlevania 4. This is the greatest Castlevania, in my opinion, out of the entire series. A lot of people like to say Symphony of the Night. I say no, Castlevania 4, because it's what made it's what Castlevania was supposed to be. You get a whip in all 8 directions. You get an honest challenge. Side scroller. The music, everything about this game is wonderful. This is a must own for a Super Nintendo collector. We will get to my 64 collection, but I figure we're going to go ahead and jump to my PlayStation 1 collection real fast. Spec Ops Stealth Patrol. This was pretty fun, but, there was nothing really special about this game that even stands out to me now. Just run around, kill a bad guy. Da-da-da. Real Bass Fishing. Let me even check if this is the right disc. Yeah, it is. This is a pretty fishing game, but it was not that great. I still would play Super Black Bass over this. Gex 3, Deep Covered Gecko. Whew. Man, I did love this game, mostly because it had a babe in it. But if you ever played the Gex games, they're pretty fun. I feel like he was trying to be like a PlayStation mascot. He's like a James Bond gecko. These games were fun. They honestly were fun, but they're a lot like Crash. It has really good humor. Not that hard, but not that easy either. Anyways, moving on. WCW NWO Thunder. The N64 games were better. That's all I'm gonna say about this one. If you wanted a wrestling game, you played it on the 64. At least during this era. Now this isn't a PlayStation 1 game, but this is a PC game. Diablo 2. That speaks for itself.
I think everybody that I've ever met has owned a copy of Diablo 2.
Okay. Now here we go. Now I've seen this in some collectors' videos, and I have to be honest, I feel like they talk trash about it. Screw them, because this is a wonderful game, and it is Chrono Cross. The only thing it's really weird about this game is there's a lot of interpreting of the main character because he never actually talks. Like, dialogue that you actually get to see. I think that's because they wanted whatever you're thinking to be what the characters say. It's weird to think about. But honestly, this was pretty fun. It has a ton of characters. If you like variety, you'll definitely get a lot of variety in this. Multiple endings. Of course, to get the real ending, it's kind of cryptic, but you know, just put a little time into it. It's an RPG. Most RPGs are simple, not that hard if you take your time, level up correctly, watch your equipment. I would definitely rate this as a really great RPG. Definitely a grab. You find it at the right price. And here we go. Tomb Raiders, greatest hit version. Who doesn't like playing as Lara Croft, jumping around? Of course, she is basically the sex icon of the PlayStation, especially at this time. She made dudes playing PlayStation want to play as a girl, which that's weird to say. But I mean, this game was really fun, especially the puzzles. Tomb Raider 2. This one was fun. I loved the underwater stages with the sharks. I had a blast playing this game. This was my actual first time ever. I played this one before I played the first one. That's the reason why I got the greatest hits for the first one. But, you know, if you play any of these games, you knew they had a pretty decent challenge to them. And then we got Tomb Raider 3. The same shit that I said about the last two. And then we have Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. And no, it wasn't. But, you know, Tomb Raider game, at this point, they were becoming it's the same thing, just keep going. And then we got MLB 2000. Love this baseball game. You ever play this game? I wouldn't say this is a grab, but if you ever play this game, make a character, name him Steve Murray. Don't even bother with his stats. Swing the bat, it's a home run. Good game.
Wait, are you serious?
Dead serious.
Is it like a cheat?
Yeah, it's a cheat. It's
cool.
definitely a cheat. It's just one I always remembered. Now here we go. A lot of people are really going to like this one. Final Fantasy Tactics. This is the greatest hits version, but really fun game. Strategy RPG. You know, in this version you can go get Cloud, you know, and whatnot. The Zodiac Dungeon's pretty fun, which I like the challenge. You have to say the PSP version I really like just because you could get some characters from Final Fantasy 12, like Freya and stuff. But, you know, if you really like strategy RPGs, pick it up. If you can find an old school Black Label, definitely pick it up. Fighting Force with a Tomb Raider 3 demo. This was pretty fun. Not going to say this is a must own, but, you know, it was like for me, this was the first game, it was like playing Double Dragon, but in 3D. Well, this case has seen better days. I'm pretty sure I dropped it as a kid. As you can, yeah, I definitely dropped it and broke it. But you know, not bad, I guess. But it's everyone's favorite Chuck Norris of video games, Duke Nukem: Time to Kill. If you play this game, chew some bubble gum and kick ass. Definitely a lot of fun. And now, I have to say, this was probably my favorite Mega Man game. Mega Man X4. I'm sorry. I know this is a hoard out game, but I love Mega Man. Then we get into some Crash. This is Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Crash was the PlayStation icon in the beginning. I really hate that he died off. They're trying to kind of bring it back. They brought back the PlayStation 4 remastered thing, but you know, Crash is Crash. I love him. I love the games. I love, just the Bandicoot, whatever. Really wish that he still had, more of a impact now than he. I guess he really didn't have that much of an impact. I mean, he did, but he didn't, because he was competing with people like Mario, Sonic, and stuff like that, and just shade.
It's kind of hard to steal their glory, I guess.
Yeah. And then we got Crash Warped. Love the holographic cover. Not sure if you can really see it with the camera, but it's pretty fun. The Crash games, they were pretty much like the Mario games. If you played one, you probably played them all. Except for the Racer and the PS2 ones. Yeah, I do both these at the same time.
Right.
Now guys, Medieval 1 and 2. If you play one, play them both because they are really fun. And then the second one, you get a minigun. Who doesn't like firing a minigun? These games were just really fun to me. Just the gothic themes. This is a game I occasionally like to break out, which is October during Halloween, and just play just because of the vibe of these games. A lot of fun. The power-ups are cool. There's little hidden things. Not really sure what to tell you. It's just, if you're into gothic games, grab them. Now, back when I was really into Resident Evil and whatnot, this was a game that definitely stood out to me. Dino Crisis. Play as a babe, take on some dinos. Now, I will say, in this game, it was hard when you first started until you learned how to get by them. But, see here. Let me show.
A hidden demo in the back?
Kinda. It includes a Resident Evil 3 demo disc. As you can see, there's that, and there's the Resident Evil 3 demo disc.
Is that how they sold Dino Crisis?
Well, that's the reason why I originally bought it. But I ended up loving the Dino Crisis things. I never played the second one, though. And I just realized I took this out completely wrong. Back in. And how you did it was this way. You opened it like a little door, even though it's not wanting to do that now. Dino Crisis. It's fun. And as I talk about Resident Evils, this is a game that I really regret letting people borrow because no one took care of it when I did, and as you can see, it's broke. The case is the disc is pretty fun. Still works. Played through it. I still have all the manuals, but it is a greatest hits version, so I'm not that butthurt about it. But you can still see, you can even see the tape on top. But Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil 1. You also had the cheat where you could hold right, turn the thing green, you get double your ammo when you pick it up. Definitely helpful in this game. And then we got everybody's favorite Resident Evil. Resident Evil 2. This was my first PlayStation game ever. Played it a lot. Got all the secrets, got the rocket launcher, got Hunk, got Tofu. Never beat Tofu. Tofu was a pain in the ass. If anybody's ever got Tofu, you know exactly what I'm talking about. However, at that point, your skills are pretty sharp when you're playing this. But this was a wonderful game. I really hope to see it get remade like they did the Resident Evil 1 on the PS4. If they do, I definitely will be getting that. And this is a definite own. And then my favorite Resident Evil 3. My favorite is Resident Evil 3. I will never forget getting the crap scared out of me the first time I saw Nemesis and he took off running at me, because I was expecting something like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 where he just walks at you. No, no, no. This motherfucker runs. And it took me forever to actually learn how to knife fight him because I just love this game so much. However, this game has suffered me being accident prone. As you can see in the corner there, I dropped and busted it. However, the game disc is perfectly fine. You know, still works. I actually played through this a while back. Love Resident Evil 3. For most people, maybe not a must grab. I would put it as a must grab.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Forget Forbidden Memories. Fuck this game.
What? I thought it was fun when I was a kid.
And here we go. Saga Frontier 2. Shape history or be history. Dun, dun, dun. This was a pretty standard RPG. It was fun. It wasn't my favorite, but it was fun.
Read the little sticker on it because that cracks me up.
Nuclear strike. Better than Soviet strike. Because fuck the Russians. PS Extreme Magazine gave it that. This game is really fun. It's fun to just play, throw in and play for like 10 or 15 minutes and then just take it out and be like, fuck it. But you fly around in Apache. You start off in like an Apache and you fly around, you shoot shit, you blow it up. You see like what looks like Vietnamese big guys running around and you're just like, da 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 da. Just wiping them out, trying to save people, moving stuff. It says on the back, you saved the former Soviet Union. So I guess this is a sequel. See, I didn't even know that until I read it. I've played this game 1,000 times. Soviet Strike. You saved the former Soviet Union. Now it's a race against time as you face nuclear terrorism that could trigger World War III. Follow the trail of a madman from the tropical islands of the South Sea for the forbidden valleys of interior Asia. The countdown begins. Get ready to strike. Yeah, this is fun. It is cheesy as fuck, but it is fun. And Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. If I remember right, this actually was a Super Famicom game that got ported to PlayStation. Unless you're a really, really big fanboy of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball or any of that, you may want to stay away from this game because it is not that great. But if you're a fanboy, it's great. Gundam Battle Assault. This game is fun. The second one is probably the rare one. But, of course, I still need to get my hands on it. This one is still fun. You get the Wing Gundam, you get all the old ones, you get the Zaku. There was quite a few different Gundams in here. It's a lot of fun. Definitely for a fighter, I played it a lot. Mostly because I'm a big Gundam fanboy, or at least I used to be. I would say this is a get, but if you can find the second one, Gundam Battle Assault 2, it's a more get. Alright, we'll break it bad here with I am missing Taken 2, but I have Taken 1 and 3. 3 was probably my favorite, at least at the time. 1, I got 1 just because I'd played 3 and loved it and found the greatest hit at a pawn store. Still fun, you know. These are always fun just for nostalgia purposes. 3 probably has the most time put into it though for me. I'm a big Taken fan. Knockout Kings. Pretty generic boxing game. Don't remember too much about it, but hey, I think you can be Muhammad Ali and you can knock motherfuckers out. And then Spider-Man does whatever that Black Label can. This was a fun game. It was made by Activision, and I mean, you get the Venom, you get some of his other like super villains and stuff like that. I remember something about Lizard. Definitely not played this game in a long time. But as far as Spider-Man games go, this was good for the time.
That was actually my second PlayStation one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Now, those were my PlayStation 1 games that were kind of just, other than Resident Evil 2 and the Chrono Cross, those weren't really my prized PlayStation games. Now we're actually getting to my prized PlayStation games. First up, we actually have a holy grail of mine that I just recently re-got. Before I show this game, I actually had it at one point, and I traded it for Star Ocean 2, the second story, because Star Ocean 2, second story is in my top 5 RPGs of all time. So I really wanted it, but always regretted getting rid of this game. It is Valkyrie Profile. You will not find a complete version of this game very cheap. The reason being is there was only 73,000 copies sold in North America or something like that. This game is very sensitive to scratches. And when I say sensitive, like if you get a scratch in the wrong spot, you're probably not going to be able to play it. Not sure why, but it is funny that I traded this game for Star Ocean's second story because this is by the same people that made it. Enix, Trice, before they were merged with Square and all that other good stuff. Really love this game, so I'm definitely going to show it off. Disc 1, got the booklet as well. Then the back, second disc. I actually been playing through this again. I'm trying to get the A ending. Back when I first had it, I only got the B ending, so I never actually seen the A ending, which I'm working on right now. I'm in chapter 6, pretty much on the path for it. And if anybody knows how to get the A ending, it's kind of cryptic, but as far as I know, I've got it so far. I'm just waiting to see that scene, I think it's either at the end or beginning of chapter 7 with Lucian. But definitely a grab. You find this game, get it. Do not let it pass you by if you can get it. Especially if you find it cheap and someone don't know what they have. Up next is, once again, I have 2 copies of this game. I'm not going to grab the other copy, but Legend of Dragoon. This was a masterpiece. This game is one of the few games that really deserves either a remake or a sequel. A lot of people yell prequel. I'm not a big fan of prequels. It's like I already know kind of what happened. Why do I want to watch it again? I want a sequel, but I love this game. This is a really great game. If you can get a hold of it, get it, play the shit out of it. Now this next one I absolutely love. This is Xenogears. I watched another dude do a collection video where he talked about he only got to the sewer. That's not far at all. That is not enough to experience this game and really know how great and good it is. That's enough to basically say I put it in for maybe 4 hours. This game is absolutely fantastic. Definitely a grab if you can find it. It's really great is when you get the Xenogears at the end. The second disc, a lot of people don't like the second disc. I kind of in that boat, but at the same time, I love this game, so I have no really negative things to say about it. Especially given the mechs and all that other good stuff. The animation cutscenes, you're looking at about 40 hours of gameplay. Really fun. Just take your time, level up, find the items, do what you gotta do. It's an RPG. You guys may notice a little different quality because our camera actually died and we had to switch. But hopefully you're still with us. This right here is Brave Fencer Musashi. This game is a lot of fun. It includes a Final Fantasy VIII playable demo CD. I remember I was like, wait a minute, as you can see right there. And the booklet and the CD. This game, it's just a lot of fun. I don't know exactly how rare it is or anything like that, but I really don't care. I would probably never get rid of this game. It's kind of like a Samurai Zelda. Is the best way I can describe it. There is a sequel for the PS2. We get to that part of my collection, we'll definitely talk about it. But it's an action RPG. It's definitely worth a pickup if you can get a hold of it. The only problems I have with it is there's a couple cracks in the back of the case, which kind of sucks. But other than that, everything about this is in very good quality. And then coming up next, we'll come over here.
And we got Vagrant Story. As you can see, it has a crack right there, which sucks. But that's mostly because, once again, I let somebody borrow my games that apparently did not want to take care of anything. But besides that, everything else is really good condition. Had this game for a very long time. Comes with the demo CD, which you never see that no more. The booklet. CD. You always had to be. That's the thing I do love about newer games, the Blu-ray. It is so hard to damage them. And over here we got Metal Gear Solid. Your Snake, a government agent on a mission to regain control of a secret nuclear weapons base from terrorist hands. Fuck. This game. A lot of memories with this game. A lot of people. There's even an interesting part in the game where they're like, look at the back of the CD case, and I'm like, what the hell do they mean? What they mean is that right there. To get a hold of Meryl, they literally put that on there. This game was a lot of fun. It was 2 discs. This game has been remade for the GameCube. This game's awesome. Definitely another must grab. And then we got Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits. This is my favorite RPG. This is my #1 ranked game ever made. There's a reason why it sold so well. It introduced a lot of people to the series. It had a fantastic story. It's getting a remake soon, which I hope they don't ruin. However, not that rare the greatest hits copy. Next, Final Fantasy VIII. Loved Final Fantasy VIII. It's great. I used to love speedrunning it. It is a flawed game, though. I mean, when you be real about it. The junctioning system and whatnot. I mean, for real, I beat this game with like everybody at minimum level except for like Irvin, just because there's a trick to it. And if you don't know the trick, feel free to ask me in the comments. Maybe I'll get back to you. But there is a dirty little trick to this game. I beat Ultimecia at like level 7, level 8. I forget. I think it's level 7 is the minimum level for Squall. But yeah, I beat this game without ever leveling up anybody but one person, and I never used that person. Mostly because you just junction the spells, the stats. You can max them out that way. There's a dirty little trick to it. There's a reason why bosses don't give you experience. Some people don't like it. I honestly, 7 and 8 were the 2 Final Fantasies that probably made Final Fantasy for me. Next, Final Fantasy 9. Oh man, what can be said about this game? It's really cool. It just got a remake. A lot of fans love this game. It is really good. It is really cool. I can understand why people can argue it for being one of the better Final Fantasies, but I will always rank 7 above this. When it comes to 8, 8 just holds more of a personal value to me, but I can see why 8 and 9 could be considered way better than 8. First time I ever had 4 characters in an RPG on the screen. Love Vivi. Vivi's probably my favorite character in this whole game. It's the first time probably growing up my favorite character wasn't the main character. But definitely a lot of fun. If you grab the remake on PS4 or you never played it before, you're definitely finding out why people love this game. Next up is my Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is funny because it's just Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger. Both are really good games, great remaster. Love the added scenes. The guy drew DBZ or something like some of the artists for DBZ had some involvement with this. So you can definitely see it in the characters' faces. Final Fantasy IV is a game that I also have on the DS. I love the 3D remaster. We're not going to get into my handheld collection because we really don't have the time right now. But this right here, easy pickup, especially if you can't afford Super Nintendo Chrono Trigger because it does cost an arm and a leg. This gives you 2 great games for a really affordable price. You can see the back of it. It has little previews. And then we come to one of my favorites, Star Ocean: The Second Story. If you've ever played a Star Ocean game, you need to play this one. You play either as Claude or Rena. You get 4 characters. The battle system is very, very addictive. Uh, this game probably going to run you for a good copy, probably around about $30. Not too bad. Of course, you can always get the PSP version, which was nice. They added extra character. Whatever you can get, at least try to experience this game one time. Now, right over here, this last thing we're going to talk about. I hate to end it on the PlayStation on this note. Big Ol' Bass? No. Well, there's Big Ol' Bass. But then there's my playable copy of Soul Reaver, so I don't have to open my sealed one. But Big Ol' Bass was alright, I guess. I mean, you can see, like, I don't really care. I'm using it just for my playable version of the other one.
It's just fun to say, too.
Yeah. Lunar 2 complete. Really would like to show you guys everything in this. Of course, it comes with the big box. Has all the preview stuff. As you can see. When you actually get into it. It's been a while since I broke this thing out. We'll just start from the top here. Comes with Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. Little booklet. That thing nobody ever puts in the games no more. Because it's all online.
It's just a piece of paper now.
Yeah. But, thought this was cool. They put a nice little hard book. Then you got something I never ever listened to. The soundtrack. Which I do not have the demo for Lunar 2. Wish I kind of did. So I could have this. I guess that's the only thing I'm missing out of this, which it didn't come with it, so I don't count it.
It didn't come with it?
Mm-mm. It came with a demo for, it says right here, for Vanguard Bandits, included with the Vanguard Bandits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Then we actually have the game. It is 3 discs. This is what I consider this to be a very hard RPG, but when I played it, I have to say I wasn't the best at RPGs when I did play this. You can see very old school animation. You know what? I'm not even sure what that disc is. Because that's disc 3. I don't remember what this one is. This might be the music disc or something. Not entirely sure. Cannot remember.
It does have compact disc on it.
Yeah.
Well, all of them do, don't they?
Yeah. I will say this. I've only ever played through this game one time. Out of all my friends, only me and one other guy that I know have beat it. Then we have this right here. Comes with a neat little map. You're very gentle with it. And that's the world. Whoops. World of Lunar 2 right there. And we have a bunch of these little pop-out things that I have never opened and I don't ever plan on opening, as you can see. Little pop-outs. And then we have, of course, the pendant from the game. Cool. Working Designs 2000.
But there's your bling. That's what you should be wearing.
Bling bling. Yeah, I should have been wearing this when we started. I have a sealed copy of Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver was a fantastic game. Personal favorite. It's the reason why I got it sealed. I got it off Amazon pretty cheap. However, whoever was trying to sell it was also trying to sell it for $90. That is not what I paid, but I left it on there because I thought that was funny. Now, the real gem here. The Japanese version of Final Fantasy VII. definitely different than the American versions. See the sides, 3 discs, Squaresoft. Completely different on the cover. The back has nothing, just generic. Yeah, for Japan only. The discs are even different. The booklet, all in Japanese.
Like, would that play on the?
No, this would not play on my PlayStation.
Because it's like region based or whatever.
Yeah, you have to have a chip or something modded to be able to play this one. However, I am very curious if this has test 0 in it. So hopefully I can test it out one day. I had my buddy, when he was in Japan, go out and get this for me and send it to me. It was a gift. He actually surprised me with it, and it is probably the most prized game I got, just because I love it. But as you can see, the disc and everything are very different. Now, I guess we'll cover my PS3 collection since it's so easy to get to right here. See, I got some old controllers. We got the Devil May Cry HD collection, Devil May Cry 4, and then we have the DMC. Now, this game caught a lot of flack from fanboys because Dante doesn't look like who he was in the other ones. While I kind of understand that, people really needed to give this game a try because this was fantastic. I 100% in this game. Absolutely loved it. I give them credit. They had the balls to slap the fanboys in the face with the mop joke at the beginning of the game. And, you know, you really gotta try this game before you judge it. They did a good job with it. And don't get me wrong, I love the old Devil May Cries and what they were, but this was not a bad reboot. I'm probably going to get set on fire for saying that, but play the damn thing and then tell me you don't like it. Then we got over here, we got Heavenly Sword, the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This was really fun. You either play as a red suit, black suit, kind of like good evil Paz, make some choices. It was the first time I ever seen Wolverine with the symbiote on him. A lot of fun. Definitely a fun game. Kind of moving forward because I'm more proud of my retro collection, but these are really fun. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Loved this one. Hated the second one, as you can see, because I don't own it. But Star Wars Force Unleashed, a lot of fun. Big Star Wars fan. Grab the thing.
That was a fun game.
Gran Turismo 5, kind of generic. Buy PlayStation 3 to get that game. Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed I thought it was a good game. The Sonic level's really fun. The Werehog levels, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I wanted to like that game. We have Aliens vs. Predator, which was pretty alright. The Chronicles of Riddick games. Assault on Dark Athena, which also comes with Butcher Bay. Didn't even know it came with Butcher Bay until I actually put it in and started playing it. But this game is awesome, especially the Butcher Bay. If you never played Butcher Bay, this was an awesome first-person sneak game. Like, you wouldn't think that, but it's really awesome. Like, you know, go into the dark, take your goggles off, see in the dark. And then we got the reboot of Tomb Raider. This was pretty fun. Nothing special. I was actually rather disappointed with it. Soul Calibur 4, Resistance Fall of Man, Little Big Planet 2, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Of course, if you ever want to get a Street Fighter game, let the first one come out, wait a few months until they pump out like the 6 other versions of it, then grab it. PS3 Skyrim version, and then we have this little baby, Catherine. If you've not played Catherine, this is awesome. This is finally a game that had somewhat of a pretty good original idea. It's a puzzle game mixed with like a dating sim with a horror story. And most guys will look at this and they'll think, I ain't playing that. But give it a shot and you will be surprised how addictive this game gets. It gets addictive quick. Then we got Resistance 2, Mortal Kombat, I'm pretty sure that's Mortal Kombat 9, Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, Bleach Soul Resurrection. Now this is a little gem for the PS3, just because it was very hard for me to find. And as far as I know, this is a rare game. I'm not entirely sure. Don't really care because I love Bleach. This is a game you will have a lot of fun playing if you like hack and slash, and especially if you're a fanboy of Bleach. But don't expect anything groundbreaking. But it's also an anime game. And anime games do not have the greatest luck. Then we get God of War 3. And it's very hard to see these on the end, but God of War Extension, the metal case, and Brutal Legends. Brutal Legends is very fun, especially if you like Jack Black. Loads of metal humor, lots of fun. And even I thought it had elements of WoW in it, like World of Warcraft. Pick this game up and play it, especially if you need some laughter. Like, this game is great.
That was a fun game.
Yeah. Did you play it?
Yeah, I played it on 360.
Oh, I didn't even know it came out for 360.
I think it was 360.
We got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Really cult fan favorite fighter. Fuck Virgil.
What's your let's play?
Taken Tag Tournament 2. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. This was actually kind of fun. It's but nothing groundbreaking. I'm a Resident Evil fanboy. Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6. Not much to say about those. Metal Gear Solid 4, my first PlayStation 3 game. Pretty much why I wanted the PlayStation 3 to begin with. Loads of fun. You get to play as Old Man Snake. They added some different little elements to mess with. Love the remote control little gear you get to run around with. Now, Batman Arkham Asylum. This actually was the collector's edition, which I have setting up there with the Batarang in front of it with the Sonic on top. It even came with a journal of all the psychological profiles of villains and stuff. Any Batman game like this is amazing. You really need to pick this up and experience this, especially if you like the I said Elder Scrolls games, but the Shadows of War or Shadows of Mordor games. They're pretty much a straight rip-off of this, at least the battle system. For the most part, that covers my PS3 collection. We'll go forward still, and then we'll jump back. Going to my PS4 collection. Skyrim, loved it. Came with all the DLC. Have over 200 hours on the character and still going. Still going strong. Final Fantasy 10-2 remake. Gotta love the. This was cool. This was cool. It's technically, I think, the international version where you get all of the stuff. Good luck with Nemesis. Then we got Batman Arkham Knight. Same thing about Arkham Asylum. Love it. Guilty Gear. Not my favorite Guilty Gear. I was really disappointed with this. I was like, where was all the characters? What happened? It's basically what I want to know. It's like you want to have fun with it, and then it's just like, where are the characters? But I mean, there are cool characters in this. There's just not enough of them. If that makes any sense. And then we got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 again. Fuck Virgil. I know a lot of people probably will get mad at me saying fuck Virgil, but he is the most overpowered character in that entire game. For real. Like, that, it's too much. Diablo 3, a lot of fun. Taken 7. Be a lot funner if I had internet to play it with. Borderlands, the Handsome Collection. Pre-sequel in Borderlands 2. I love Borderlands. Try it out. Infamous Second Son. Now this game, I feel like people really need to give a chance, especially if you like stuff like Heroes and stuff. If you played the Infamous first one, this is not exactly like that. This guy does not have the power over electricity. He has the power to take on other people's powers. which you end up with like power of neon light, power of smoke, power of rock, and there's like another power, I forget what it is. But this is a really fun game. If you ever get a chance, give it a shot. I think you can get it pretty cheap now too. And then we got Shadows of Mordor. Same thing about the Batman games. It's great. And then we get good old Call of Duty. It's alright.
It's alright.
I mean, you play one Call of Duty, you play them all.
Basically.
Final Fantasy 15. This almost restored my faith and, love into the Final Fantasy series. But halfway through the game, I was just like, what? Why'd you ruin all the stuff that I was enjoying about the game by streamlining the crap out of it? Then we got Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. Not a must get. This was very cheap and it lasts about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. But the replayability in this is pretty fun. It was basically just trying to get you to buy Phantom Pain when it came out. Then we got Mortal Kombat X. Don't really know what to tell you about that one. It was cool. I like playing as Predator and Sub-Zero.
I play this, Jason.
Then we get the good old basketball games. I got 14 and 15. I used to have way more, but I ended up trading them in, and then I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start collecting them with 14. We got the Doom metal case. Love this game. Of course, I love anything with Doom on it. So, sue me. Then we got, oh hey, look, it's a Call of Duty. The Evil Within. Interesting, but I'll be honest, I put this game, this is one of the only PS4 games I got that I haven't beat. Just because I lost interest in it so fast. That's pretty much it for my PS4 collection. It's not very deep yet. I'm more like the older stuff, to be quite honest. N64 collection. I do have the boxes and stuff, but they're down in my basement, wrapped in a box somewhere. I really don't have time to dig them out, but we are going to cover them. WrestleMania 2000, great wrestling game, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. Mortal Kombat 4, it was interesting. It's the first 3D Mortal Kombat that I ever played. I'm not sure if it was the first 3D Mortal Kombat, but it was fun to me. Not the greatest shit I ever played, but it was fun. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, yeah, I gotta love that. Notice I did not have so much to say about it. WrestleMania versus NWO World Tour.
WrestleMania.
I said WCW versus NWO World Tour. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. I will still play it to this day.
WCW's so gone at this point. We don't even call it WCW anymore.
Yeah, we just like Vince McMahon, don't you guys?
Saddest day of my life.
WWF No Mercy. Great wrestling game. These all were the same damn generic game over and over, but they were so fun. They were awesome, especially if you're a big wrestling fan. Maybe one or two of them had like a new feature or something, but they were the same game over and over.
That's because THQ made it, didn't it? Or didn't they? Or...
Yeah, THQ. THQ made all three of those. NBA Live 99, generic basketball game. Have fun.
I had 97 for Sega Genesis.
Guess who made this one? WCW NWO Revenge.
That was a THQ.
They did a good job. They really sold me the same game several times.
They really did. That was actually my favorite one, the WCW versus NWO Revenge.
They had Goldberg.
Yeah.
They had Goldberg. Turok. Turok was a fun freaking game, my friends. Badass out in the jungle fighting dinosaurs. Go. Never really beat this game. I just put in all the cheat codes around with the weapons and just like, yeah! Kill everything, But Turok, loved it. Even kind of liked the remake they made like way later.
I think I actually played that.
It was fun. I like how you could pin stuff against the wall with a bow and whatnot. This game I'm about to show y'all, not the best shit I ever played. Not the worst, but it's low. It's really low. Yoshi's Story. After playing Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo, I was really excited to grab this. And then when I played it, I was really, really, really not into it. This, I don't know what to say about this game. Like, just do not play this. Now, Doom 64. Good luck. I like it, but good luck. Banjo-Kazooie. A lot of fun.
It's an awesome game.
And Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. Plastic Men, Real War.
The game sounds awesome.
It actually was. It was a lot of fun. Mortal Kombat Mythology, Sub-Zero. Probably one of the worst Mortal Kombat games, but big fan of Sub-Zero. Loved it. Loved it. But not the greatest game, which I can agree with. It's weird saying that. Fanboyism sometimes drives me. And, oh, wait. It's not made by THQ. It's made by Acclaim Sports. WWF Warzone. But it was still the same shit.
That's the one you can make your own wrestler, wasn't it?
I think now 2000 you can also do it.
Okay.
There's a couple of them you can do it, but it wasn't the WCW and WO games. It was
Okay.
normally always the WWF games. I forget which ones exactly, but I think you could in that one. I don't remember, but
I remember it was a big deal in one of them. I just don't remember which one it was now.
I think it was 2000. I'm
Was it
not sure.
2000?
I've done it in a couple of different ones. Like at this point, they were so generic. It was just like I'm playing the more updated version.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on. Donkey Kong 64 yellow card. Yeah. Oh wait, that's what they all were. I was excited to get this game, but to be quite honest, I expected something more fun. The Donkey Kong Country games were way better. Ready to Rumble Boxing. It's fun. It's really fun. More just to get laughs, to be honest, but that's really about it. And then Chuck Norris 64. I mean Duke Nukem 64. Same thing I said about Time to Kill. Chew some bubble gum, kick some ass. Now, I have some games here that have the booklet and the game as well. Mario Kart 64, my favorite Mario Kart. Even with the new ones out, this is the good one. Well, Mario Kart. Label out, good stuff's intact. The booklet could be in better shape. Then we have GoldenEye 007. This right here was the game before Halo that you needed to have with play like party with friends and stuff like that. A lot of fun. Mario 64. This was the first 64 game I got, and I remember being a kid and playing the little demo setup they had, and just being absolutely fascinated about running around in 3D. So this game was always really special to me.
Which was better to you, Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time?
Ocarina of Time by far.
I played Ocarina of Time before I played Super Mario 64, so when I played Super Mario 64, I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Well, I'm not going to open up all these. Well, actually, no, I'm opening up this one just because. This is Rainbow Six. It actually had a black case. I thought it was always cool. Still kind of fun, to be quite honest. We have two uncased games still. Wayne Gretzky's Hockey and NFL Quarterback Club 98. Both were fun. Both generic sports games.
I see where they were in case.
Yeah. Now this baby. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. Big Star Wars fan? Get this game. Dash Randar, man. He is basically Han Solo's like rival or whatever. Kind of takes place in between Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. I loved it, especially the final stage and the box stage. I would say definitely grab that game. Then we have Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Pilot Sim, a lot of fun. If you're going to play it, put in the cheat codes, get the Naboo fighter. Star Fox 64, another Pilot Sim.
Oh, God. That's a great game.
Oh yeah, they even remade it for the DS, which was absolutely fantastic. And then, what else do we got? Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Played and beat it one time, hated the travel back in time system, so didn't really play it that much. However, this game did have a very cool cartridge. Gold cartridge with the holographic little label. Thought that was kind of cool.
I used to have that game too.
Say what?
I used to have that game too, and it makes me so sad that I don't have it anymore.
Oh man, I'm gonna launch you into some regret. This is a game I'm very sad I don't have the booklet for anymore. It's Killer Instinct Gold. Love the Killer Instinct games. I'm sad that I don't have an Xbox One to play the new one. However, I'm not buying an Xbox One for just a fighting game. Then we have NFL Blitz 2000. Late hits, a lot of fun. And to continue with the 64 collection, you may notice this may be at a weird angle, but yeah, we're kind of everywhere right now. I have the gold cartridge of Zelda 64. This was actually, I had to go searching for this thing. Really enjoyed getting that. And then I have, of course, Zelda 64, the gray cartridge. I went looking for the gold cart because I heard if you beat the game with just 3 hearts, you get the title hero and stuff like that. And from what I understand, that was what a crock. But still happy I got it.
Like finding the Triforce.
Yeah. Moving on to my PS2 collection. We have Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I love this. This was so much fun. We tried to do a playthrough on it. Didn't really work out. But still, this game, if you ever get to see the review, a little bit we played, it's a lot of fun. It's a beat 'em up type deal. After you beat it, you can unlock Scorpion and Sub-Zero in a versus mode. Definitely grab it. It even comes with a playable version of Mortal Kombat 2. Then we have Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Something with these games, like Tenkaichi came after the Budokai series, but they only got it right on the third one. When they finally got all the balances, all the stuff people wanted. This is one of my favorite fighters. A lot of fun when it comes to DBZ games. If you get a chance, grab it. Saying 150 characters is kind of a stretch because they count Goku and then Goku Super Saiyan as 2 different characters, and you can take it from there if you know all the transformations about DBZ. And then we got this little I don't want to call it a gem, but it's not a gem. But Star Ocean Till the End of Time. This is pretty cool. I like it. It's really fun. You know, I hate that you only get 3 characters in the battle system in this one, but still it works. Love the story. The red label, the greatest hits, is actually the director's cut version. This 2-disc set is packed with features recently made available in Japan in the director's cut version of the game. Extra features include 2 additional playable characters, new enemies, areas, and scenes, expanded events, music, and CG sequences. All new versus fighting mode allows you to battle head-to-head or team up against the computer. I read that off the back of the case, but that's the reason why I grabbed the greatest hits. I mostly just wanted to play this game. I really wasn't looking for the black label when it came to this. But I wouldn't say no if I found it. Then we got... Now, this next one isn't a rare game. However, I think that it's very underrated. Summoner. If you go to the credits and then whatever's after the credits, you get a very, very funny D&D scene. Anybody that's played this game and knows about that little hidden thing is, you know, it's awesome. YouTube it if you ain't got the game. It's really funny. But Summoner's really cool. They even had a sequel to it, which I don't know much about, but I love Summoner.
Wait, is that where they say, is there going to be girls there?
Yeah,
or something like that?
That's the whole thing, yeah.
I was wondering where that came from.
Yeah, me, James, Rube, and all of us, we used to laugh at that because Rube found it and showed it to me. And we had the PC version too and watched it. But yeah, it's like, are there any girls there? Because if there's any girls there, I want to do them, man. Like, where's the Mountain Dew? And stuff. But now this game I wish I had taken better care of. It's a gym, but I mean, it's not as big of a gym anymore. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I always knew it was my copy because I accidentally ripped the plastic because I was in such a hurry to play this game. I was taking a knife, just like you can still see it because I couldn't get the thing off. And I was like, I want it off because I want to play the game. And I accidentally cut it trying to get the damn thing off. You can still see the sticker. The sticker for this one was good. It's still stuck on there. But, you know, it's my copy. You know, I will always know which one's my copy. Love Marvel vs. Capcom 2. In all honesty, I think this is probably the best one out of the entire series.
I agree.
Then we got Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. A slightly less good version 3. Now this one is really good. Ultimate Spider-Man. I loved it. Had a lot of fun playing it. Thought it was an interesting take on like the Ultimate versions. You know, the Ultimates are an interesting take anyways, just like Venom and stuff. How it's done a little bit different. Venom isn't an alien. He's like a cancer suit that Parker and Eddie Brock's dad's made. Yeah. You know, if you're a big Marvel fan, pick this up, especially if you don't know much about Ultimate Spider-Man. This is fun to grab. This is fun. The web slinging's really fun, you know. Now, I talked about Brave Fencer Musashi earlier in the PS1 review. This is Samurai Legend Musashi. This is basically Musashi 2. Updated graphics, very similar play. Can't stand his voice in this one. But still a lot of fun, especially if you can 100% it, getting the cards and stuff like that. A lot of fun. Now, we got the Onimusha games. If I can get them out of here. Onimusha 1 and 2. These games, you know, made by Crapcom and Capcom. And I love them. They're a lot of fun. They're like a samurai Resident Evil, I guess. I don't know. Then we got good old Chaos Legion. You will spend hours smacking X trying to fight through the hordes and hordes of enemies in front of you. However, this is a pretty cool game. It has a very gothic tone to it. You know, if you're a masochist looking for some pain, play it. Then we got the Bouncer. I have almost gotten rid of this game several times, but I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't. But it's kind of like Fighting Force. Just, I don't know. Play the action movie. It even says it on the back. It is fun, though. It is fun. It's Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, which is really funny when you put these games together. You can actually see when Squaresoft became Square Enix. And guys, we're still waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3. It'd be nice to get that like sometime before the next 3 consoles. Just saying. Got the Punisher. Yeah, Frank Castle. You probably gonna kill somebody.
Was that the movie Punisher?
No. This was by THQ. To be honest, I don't remember much about this. I played through it one time. I think you fight Crossbones in it. Don't remember much. I just remember it was fun. I enjoyed it. Punisher War Journal. Now, the next 2 games are, of course, they're RPGs, so they're pretty special to me. Grandia 2 and Grandia Extreme. Probably remember more about Grandia 2 than I do Grandia Extreme, because I played through probably Grandia 2 more. However, this is really cool, because in Grandia Extreme, it has voice work by Mark Hamill, Dean Cain, and I don't know how to say this chick's last name, but just for the mere fact it has Mark Hamill's voice work in it is awesome to me.
Yeah, the Joker and Superman.
Yeah. Dean Cain. But yeah, those 2, these are definitely grabs. If you can find these, grab them, especially if you're RPG junkie. Now, I am very sad to say that this is part of my collection. Final Fantasy X2. God, I want to burn this game. I really want to burn this game. Matter of fact, if I had a cigarette lighter right now, I would burn this thing on camera.
I don't have one on me.
Exactly. But no, I don't know. But like, It was all right, I guess. I don't know. It was like playing Charlie's Angels. I did not like it.
That was actually the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played.
It is no wonder you never enjoyed those games. Taken forward, this is when I started to hate the series because they took my favorite character and made him garbage. Jin Kazama. Yeah, they fucked the pooch on that one. Now, Final Fantasy X. You know, definitely if you don't want to get the remake for PS4, say you don't have a PS4 or something like that, definitely grab this. I mean, it's Final Fantasy X. After this, they pretty much went to shit, other than Final Fantasy 11. Then we have Mobile Suit Gundam, Journey to Jaburo. I spent a lot of time playing this game. I loved it. Like I said, I'm a Gundam junkie. But a Gundam junkie, but a Gundam junkie. Now, this was one of the first games I ever had for PS2. Orphan. I don't really know what to say about this game. You can definitely tell it was in the early stages of the PS2. Still fun, but it always felt like there was just there was just something missing. I think it was based off an anime or something, but it is fun. It is fun. I wouldn't spend an arm and a leg for it though.
The cover looks badass.
Say what?
The cover looks pretty badass.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what drew me in, man. Orphan, Scion of Sorcery. Like the cover is awesome. I love the drawing and everything. I mean, like it's not a bad game. Like it is fun. It has animated cutscenes and stuff like that. But like I said, it was like when PS2 launched. This is one of the early games. Now of course, God of War 1 and God of War 2. Hack and slash, Kratos, go kill them all. I really don't know what to tell you about these. If you've not played them, I mean, they're the hack and slashes that you want. Then we have Taken Tag Tournament 1. This game, first game I ever broke 200 hours on. Loved it.
That was a fun game. I played the crap out of that one.
Then we got Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 2. Big fan of it. Kind of feel like they fucked the pooch on this one, on Devil May Cry 2, but still love it just because you're Dante. And like I said, they get it right on the third one. I got rid of the other ones. I really wish I hadn't, but I'm glad I still got this one. Then we got... Now, this is a game that I absolutely love. Zone of the Enders, the second runner. I like the first one, which I do have, and I will talk about in a minute. But this one, you get to be Dingo. They got the animated cutscene instead of the CGI cutscenes. And they did a lot of things right with this game. This would be a series I would really like to see come back to life. Mostly because of how much fun I had playing it. And just the story. The story really got me. It's not like the greatest groundbreaking shit you ever want to see, but this is a game that I would say you really should grab. Especially over the first one. Then we got Dirge Cerebrus, Final Fantasy VII. You play as Vincent. This game, you really gotta be a fanboy to be honest. Did some things right, did a lot wrong. Now, we're talking Guilty Gear games. This was the Guilty Gear game that I absolutely love. It had the characters, it had it had everything that you wanted. Show you the back. It had my girl Dizzy in it. This is the Guilty Gear game that if you want to play Guilty Gear, this is where we're going. You know. And then we have, this is a must grab for anybody. This is Legaia 2. You want a fun RPG on a PS2? Get Legaia 2. Figuring out the arts is fun. Has Battle Arena. Not that many side things to do. But as you can see the price tag, I got it for $18 and this was back when PS2 was bumping. I have no complaints about this game. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best RPGs on the PS2. Then we have Enter the Matrix. Shiny. You play as Niobe and Ghost, and this shows you a lot of the things you did not get to see in the Matrix Reloaded and the Matrix Revelations. Maybe if you're a Matrix fan, grab it. It's really good. They stay true to the movies, and they had, the voice actors were the actors, and they did a really good job with this. As a matter of fact, I actually may play through this again soon.
Keanu Reeves in
Kinda.
it?
But I mean, you're not playing as him. Then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of Roses. I did not get the 3 limited edition official game cards because I bought it used. But I like it. It's fun. I got it for $8. I can't really complain. It helps kill time. It has over like 850 cards, and just it's an interesting take on Yu-Gi-Oh! I would not say pass it over. Get it if you really can't find something else to grab for a PS2.
I wonder what the cards were.
That shows them right here on the back.
Oh, got too close.
Yeah. That was the card you could get right there.
Cool.
Be honest, I'm not that butthurt I didn't get them. Then, I was really looking forward to this game. Final Fantasy 12, the Collector's Edition. See the tin case? All this good stuff. I got to the Tower of Bahamut and I just had no urge to put this game back in. Be honest, just because I've not beat it, I'm probably going to put it back in and actually beat it. There is the remastered version for the PS4, but I just did not have that much love for this game. I was overhyped for it. You really don't need Vaughn. I hate him as a main character. But, I don't know. It was interesting. They were trying to do something different, give them some credit. Now, this next game, Way of the Samurai. Love this game, but bad problem. It suffers the same thing Street Fighter EX3 did. That little blue bottom, you'll see scratches on it. That is from playing the game and it starts spinning too fast. Because it's trying to load as you do it. Bad mistake for a very awesome game. I really wish they had done this game differently. Like in just making it. Because this game is really fun. Maybe not for everybody, but it was something different. I really liked it. Then we got Soul River 2. If you played Soul River 1, play Soul River 2, and then play Defiance. And then you're done. Never played the Blood Omen games, but really wish I had them. The second one, it carried the story onward. I liked it, but it's literally the same thing as the first one, except updated graphics, different bosses and stuff like that. But it's still the same game. But so it's just a continuation of the first one, which, duh. But it does have a preview of Blood Omen 2, top left corner. Then we have Xenosaga. Everyone tells me this somehow relates to Xenogears. I have no clue how it does. Maybe if I played the next ones, maybe I would know, kinda. But no clue. This wasn't bad. I only played through it once or twice. It was alright. I'm not going to say grab it, but I'm not going to say don't grab it. Now, here was a fun one. Wild Arms 3. It's like a Western-styled RPG. This was really fun, but only played through it once. You get 4 characters you play the whole game as. Tons of fun. I mean, it's an RPG. I love RPGs. Not exactly sure how many hours this game was. Like I said, I only played through and beat it once. But I do remember I did enjoy it. So, pick it up. Good luck.
That sounds pretty fun, actually.
It actually is. It really was. Like it's weird. Like you can grow your heal items and stuff. It's very westerny.
Cool.
Now here's a game I lost a little bit of my life to. Armored Core: Another Age. I love the mech stuff. This one lets you build your own mech, basically. Yeah, this was fun, man. Of course, the cover. How badass does that cover look with that just mech just standing there with a smoking barrel?
That's awesome.
Yeah. I really don't know what to tell you guys about this game. It was just so much fun. Armored Core was always good. This was really the only Armored Core game I've ever played, though. So maybe my opinion might be a little biased. Now, next, very underrated game, Dark Cloud. Even Anthony has this
I
one.
do.
But this is a really cool game. It's action-ish RPG. You find pieces of a city and you build the city and the towns. Can be slightly frustrating, but it wasn't bad. It was all right. Then we got. Say what?
How did I describe that game when I was making
forget.
it? Okay.
Don't worry, his video's coming. We have Resident Evil Code Veronica X. This was right before this game took a drastic change in gameplay. I guess people were getting kind of tired of the same thing over and over. But this wasn't a horrible game. This just had a lot of running back and forth. Like, a horrible amount of running back and forth. It did have a neat little dual wielding feature, but it really wasn't enough to save it. I enjoyed it, but that's because I'm a fanboy. Now we're getting down to the last 6. And now we got. Now I really need to get to the sequel to this, but Shinobi. Love this game. Except you can drown in knee-deep water. The fuck? But besides that, you could jump out of a helicopter and slice a building in half, but you drown in knee-deep water. Ninja Training did not go to swim class. But, besides that,
You called in that day.
this game was a lot of fun. The boss fights were fun. The moves, everything about this game were cool. Give it a shot. There's even a sequel with, I think it's a female ninja, like Nightshade or something. I forget what it's called. But I need to grab it when I see it. But definitely a lot of fun, very addictive. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Play as Raiden. Change your wigs. They really went wrong with the main character in this one, but they didn't go wrong with the game. This was a solid game. Metal Gear Solid. But, I loved it. I had more fun playing as Snake on the tanker than I did as Raiden, but I still played the crap out of this game, got all the secrets. Even on the PS3, the HD that I got up here, the HD remake, wherever I put it. There it is. Metal Gear Solid HD. You can see I did the same thing. I still got all the stuff and whatnot. Had a lot of fun. Now, my favorite Metal Gear is this one. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. They did a lot right with this game. I love the survival aspects. Like, he has a hunger meter and how that worked. The story was good. Loved being Naked Snake. And spoiler alert, give you a second here. Big Boss is who you actually are. Which I guess this led into the Phantom Pain and whatnot. This game was just great. My favorite one of the series.
Speaking of that game, there's something on the cover that really threw me off when I first got it. It was online right there. Because it's not an online game. But you could do something online. Like you could download something or something or another. But I remember buying it, and a friend of mine bought it too, and was like, we can play this online together. We can't. We could not play that online together.
Shed your skin and blend into any area by downloading new camouflaged uniforms.
Yeah, I don't feel like they should put the online thing on the cover of it, because it's not online.
I have to say, I didn't even know, but also I didn't have internet when I had this game, so I never. That was not a selling point to me. But that is cool that you brought that up because I had no clue.
The sad thing was that was the selling point, and I didn't read the back. Yeah.
Well, I talked about Zone of the Enders 2 earlier, and now we're going to talk about Zone of the Enders 1. This was alright. I liked it. I got it because of the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo. But enjoyed it. Did not enjoy the main character. I enjoyed it enough when the sequel came out. I got the sequel, and the sequel really, really made it something to me. But the first one isn't bad, but it's just not the second one. Then we got SOCOM 3 U.S. Navy SEALs. Pretty much the same thing I said about PlayStation 1 Spec Ops. Go kill the bad guy. This wasn't bad. This was cool. I think this was when they were trying to get online going and getting all that stuff. So it does have an online feature. There's your online thing. 2 through 32 players with the network adapter.
Dang.
Yeah. Like this, they were trying to get it going.
I bet that was laggy as hell too.
It probably was. I never got to experience it. And then to kind of finish it off, we got Taken 5. Not the worst one of the series, but not my favorite. I liked it because he had Devil Jin, Jinpachi, and stuff like that. I enjoyed this one a lot more than 4. But guys, that's pretty much my collection, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Next time, maybe we'll do my comic book collection.
Dun, 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 dun.
See you next time. Alright guys, we're going to move on to my N64 collection here.
You got a mess?
WrestleMania 2000.
So you got a bunch of
Wow.
messages.